Welcome back to our Introduction to AI Programming with Lovable. This is Spot the Risk. When you're rapidly prototyping an app using AI-generated code from Lovable, security shortcuts can seem tempting. One common mistake is embedding sensitive information, such as API keys, directly into client-side code. While it seems convenient, this practice can create serious security vulnerabilities. In this interactive exercise, you'll use the AI chat client provided, similar to ChatGPT, to simulate a realistic interaction. You'll manually set the context by pasting an initial prompt provided below, clearly framing a situation where the AI has recommended embedding an API key directly into your JavaScript. Your task is to question the AI, discuss the recommendation, and identify why it represents a security risk. Through your interaction, you'll reinforce your understanding of secure AI usage and gain practice confidently identifying and mitigating common risks. Our instructions say Step 1. Copy the scenario below, then paste it into the AI chat interface exactly as shown. We're going to copy this, and it says, assume the role of an AI assistant helping me build a simple to-do app. You've just generated some JavaScript code and made the following recommendation. I've embedded your backend API key directly into the JavaScript file for ease of setup and quick API access. Let's have a conversation about why this might or might not be a secure practice. Okay, so after pasting, press enter to begin your interaction with the AI. Then step 3 says discuss with the AI why embedding the API key directly into client-side code could be problematic. Ask questions and carefully consider the AI's response. Some notes, copy the provided scenario context above, paste it exactly into the provided AI chat client to begin the interaction. Ask the AI why embedding API keys directly is a security concern and interact until you clearly understand the issue. So here it's chat with GPT-4. Enter your prompts here to see how you can guide AI responses in order to complete tasks in this course. So we're going to paste that in, submit it. See what it said. Embedding API keys directly into your JavaScript code is generally not a secure practice. Here are some reasons why. Exposure to the public, client-side code. JavaScript runs on the client side, meaning anyone can view the source code. This exposes your API key to anyone who inspects the web page. Security breaches. If your API key is compromised, malicious users can exploit it to access your backend services, potentially leading to unauthorized actions or data breaches. Rate limiting and quotas. Exceeding the limits. If someone else uses your API key, they can exceed the allowed rate limits or quotas for your account, causing disruptions in services and possibly leading to additional charges. 3. IP whitelisting inefficiencies. Limited protection. While some APIs allow IP whitelisting, if your API key is public, it negates the security feature since anyone with the key can call the API from anywhere. Best practices. Security best practices recommends keeping sensitive information like API keys server side and only exposing what's necessary to the client. Safer alternatives. Environment variables. Store your API keys in environment variables on the server. Only the server side code will have access to them. Proxy server. Create a proxy server to handle API requests on behalf of the client. The client makes requests to your server, and your server makes requests to the third-party API using the API key. Obfuscation. While this won't fully secure your API key, you can employ methods like code minification or obfuscation. However, this should not be relied upon as a security measure. Conclusion: it's essential to implement best practices for API key management to ensure the security of your application and its data. Storing keys directly in JavaScript could lead to severe vulnerabilities and should be avoided. So the big thing to take away from here is that if you were to add your API key into the front end of your website, anyone could inspect the page and get access to that. When you do that and somebody has your API key, they can make requests to the API on your behalf. If this API is an API that charges you like per usage, or if you go over a limit, then that could be bad because people with malicious intent could use your API key and send requests that could lead to additional charges. If the API allows creating and deleting, then it could also do those things without your approval. Let's say you're utilizing something like the YouTube API. If your API key was accessible in the front end of your site, anyone that has access to it can literally access the YouTube API on your behalf and delete your videos or create their own and upload them. So you want to make sure that you keep your API key private. And the way that it explains here is environment variables, proxy servers, and it didn't really say this was like a relied upon security measure, but you can also use something like minification or obfuscation. But the best things you could do is store your API keys in environment variables on the server or utilizing a proxy server to handle those API requests. If any of this is confusing for you, then you can start seeing how knowing more than just Lovable is important when building an app. AI can get a lot done for you, but it can't ensure your app is secure. That'll take some knowledge, and feel free to look through our courses to help better equip you when creating your app. It'll save you a lot of headaches down the road.